A pleasant morning to the listener. This is my topic for this day, plant structure and function. Here are the topics that I will discuss for today, which are plant body, function of plants, reproduction, and defense mechanism. Plant's body. Plant's body is individual cells are grouped into tissues, which are aggregates of cells. Here are the three parts of a plant, which are leaves, stem, and roots. Leaf is a flat structure of a taller plant, usually green and leaf-like, attached to the stem directly or through the stem, and also leaf is the main organ of photosynthesis and transpiration. Stem. Stem is the other of a vascular plant's two primary structural axes. It supports leaves, flowers, and fruit, and also transport water and dissolved substances between the roots and the shoots in the xylem and phloem, and also stores nutrients and develop new living tissues in the xylem and phloem. Next, the roots. Roots are modified plant organs that can provide anchorage for plants and absorb water and nutrients into the plant's body so that the plants can grow taller and faster. Plant tissues. Plants are multicellular eukaryotes with a tissue system composed of various cells, types that perform specific functions. Plant tissue system belong to one of the two conventional types, which is meristem and permanent or non-meristem tissues. The meristem cells are found in the meristem, which is a plant area where cells divide and grow continuously. The meristem cells are undifferentiated or incomplete differentiated. They continue to divide and contribute to the growth of plants. In, contrast, permanent tissue is composed of plant cells that are no longer actively dividing. Plant organ system. The bud system and the root system are two distinct organ systems in vascular plants. The vegetative or non-reproductive part of the plant, such as leaves and roots, and the reproductive part of the plant, which includes flowers and fruits, make up the bud system. Meristematic tissue, also known as meristem, is a type of tissue that has the ability to develop, stretch, and differentiate into different types of cells as it matures. The cells in this tissue are usually mature and young, with the ability to divide indefinitely. All living cells are meristematic cells. Next is the permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is one that has evolved fully and has lost the ability to differentiate. To form a permanent organization, the meristem divides and differentiates. Next, the shot system. This includes the nodes and internodes, axillary buds, terminal bud, and leaves to name a few. The style, blade, veins, and poly are all components of the leaf. Each component contributes to the plant's survival and proper functioning. And last, the root system. The root system is the part of the plant axis that descends, grows downward, The radicle is the first organ to emerge after the seed germinates. It grows longer, forming a top root or top root. It forms a root system by realizing side branches or secondary and tertiary rooting. The next is the function of plants. Here are some of the functions of plants. First is shelter. Shelter is the plants are transformed into materials that are used to construct the interior and exterior of variety of shelters. Stone, wood, straw, and bamboo are examples of these materials. And then there's the paint, the floors, and the walls. In addition, readers can learn how to build a model home. Next is food provider. Since plants may produce their own food through photosynthesis, they are referred to as producer. Next is the life changing. Plants are extremely valuable to have in our homes because they have absolutely no amazing healing properties. They are effective at reducing tension and calming the heart rhythm. They also boost our productivity and innovation, as well as having healing properties that can transform your life. Next is flood stopper. Living and rooting roots in tree help rainwater seep into the soil by creating a network of tightly connected tiny channels in the soil. Rainwater penetrates hundreds of times faster into soil with such channels than it does into soil without them. Photosynthesis is the conversion of light energy absorbed by the chloroplasm into chemical energy required for everyday survival in plants. Chlorophyll pigments in chloroplasm use air to create carbohydrates which store energy via chemical bonds. Next is the function of plants. Plants have unique features that distinguish them from other organisms. They are autotrophic or autotrophs. Photosynthesis is a mechanism that autotrophs use to produce their own food from inorganic materials. Humans and other species, on the other hand, are heterotrophic creators, meaning we get our food from sources other than ourselves. Next is reproduction of plants. Sexual reproduction requires the genetic material or DNA of both parents. The parent plant has male and female cells called gametes. The genetic material of male and female gametes combine to produce offspring. This process is called fertilization. The seeds produced by fertilization contain the genetic material of both parents. As a result, the offspring are genetically different from their parents. Is if the environment changes, this genetic diversity can help them survive. Asexual reproduction only requires the DNA of one parent. It produces offspring that are genetically identical to the parent. The offspring that are genetically identical are called clones. Clones lack genetic diversity. There are different methods of asexual reproduction. They include vegetative reproduction and fragmentation. Last is the defense mechanism. For defense, first is the mechanical defense. Mechanical defense plants have a complete and impenetrable barrier made up of bark and waxy epidermis. As their first line of defense, herbivores are protected by both of these species. Herbivores also have hard shells, thorns, modified branches, and spines as adaptations. Modified ribs they deter animals by inflicting physical damage or including rashes and allergic reactions on their skin. Next is the chemical defense. Chemical defense is mechanical damage can compromise a plant's external defenses, making it an entry point of pathogen. If the plant's first line of defense is purchased, it must rely on other defense mechanisms such as toxins and enzymes. It is not essential for respiration to know if the secondary metabolite is a photosynthesis-derived compound. Next is the timing, timing or timing. Mechanical injuries, predator attack enable the affected species defense and protection mechanisms, as well as long-distance signal transduction or defense and protection mechanisms at locations far away from the injured site. Some defense responses will happen in a matter of minutes, while others will take many hours. The last is plant defenses against pathogens. Plants defend against pathogens through barrier, secondary metabolites, and antibacterial compounds. This is the example of the plants that have mechanical defense. As you can see, the stem that has thorns because that is the um what we call the defense. That's all. Thank you.